Said I'm not a defender. I'm not Leon, am I?
Billy's out, so am I.
You're under contract, and if you refuse to play, then I will have no choice but to take appropriate action.
What kind of a man are you?
It's your fault we're in this flaming mess.
Louise was with Johnny Rosanella. He's leaving Harchester.
Where's Kingsley? He's going to sign for us very soon.
There's not a team in England I'd rather play for.
Get out there. And you behave like a professional.
And do your best. That is all I can ask.
What a terrific display by this young man. Defeated but unbowed. That's Harchester United.
Thought we'd have been the first. I can't remember the last time I went to church.
I'll never go again, it'll be too soon.
Mike.
I mean, what is this? They were kids. Kids with their whole lives in front of them, and some bloke who never even knew them's going to stand in there and tell me there was some reason they had to die. It could have been us, Anne. It nearly was.
I'm glad you are here.
That's come. You waiting for someone?
Yes, Frank. He is supposed to be making a speech.
Relax, you won't let us down. That was the boy Lucas. Bit of a prima donna, eh?
He has talent.
Carl!
Chairman.
Nice to have you here. Louise?
Sad business, eh, Chairman?
Yes. Yes, very sad indeed. I think we should all be going in, don't you? Can we all make our way inside now, please?
What are you doing here?
Same as all. I'm here to pay my respects.
Yeah, but it ain't like you knew them, though, is it?
No, but it just felt like the right thing to do.
Well, so did you always do the right thing?
I try to.
Think twice about coming to Harchester then, mate. I think you think this is a graveyard.
Hasn't arrived yet. Would you like to wait for him? No, I think we should go ahead. If necessary, I'll say a few words.
I never can do this, you know. Every time I try and remember what I'm going to say, my mind just goes blank.
We are here today to honour the memory of a group of young people whose lives were cut short tragically a fortnight ago. It's not my task to offer any sort of explanation for what occurred. We shall probably never know the full truth. Rather, we are here to celebrate those lives that have touched and enriched so many others.
I've been asked to say a few words about the lads I know best, Leon and Sean. Now, I'm sure everyone here believes it's a tragedy that we'll never know what they might have achieved. But we mustn't forget that those two lads had a dream, and they made it happen. Leon and Sean experienced more joy and excitement while they were here than most people enjoy in a whole lifetime. And I promise you, they will never be forgotten. Because as more lads come through the Youth Academy and make it into the first team, Leon and Sean's dream, the dream that drives this club, it will always live on.
We had a talk amongst the lads. I'm going to read this poem. It's from all of us. You call it death, this seeming endless sleep. We call it birth, the soul at last set free. It is not hampered by time or space. You weep. Why weep at death? It's immortality. Your work is done. Now peace may rest with thee. Peace may rest with thee.
Your kindly thoughts and deeds, they will live on. This is not death. This is immortality. If you'd like to stand.
Can you believe her front?
Oh, thou who changest not, abide with me.
Thank you very much for coming. There's drinks at the club if you want to go there. Thank you very, very much for coming.
Morning, Jerry.
Marilyn! I didn't know you'd made it. Where were you?
I was a few rows back.
How was the flight? You look terrific. Have you checked into the Grange?
Fine, thank you, and yes.
Terrific. Oh, sorry, sweetheart. You know Marilyn, don't you? She's in charge of my Far Eastern division.
Only by reputation. Oh dear.
Oh, would you excuse me for a minute, please? Please. Today of all days, Inspector.
Just made a fool of myself there, didn't I?
No, you didn't. But Leon was your mate. People will understand.
I don't want to feel like this, you know. I just want to feel normal. I can't do it though, you know. I know.
Fletch, how you doing?
Hello, Caroline.
Look, why didn't you call? Let me know you were coming.
No, I didn't know myself, all right? Excuse me a second. What's this then? The grieving widow?
I came because of Sean, if you must know. I'm still his wife. I've got a right to go.
Oh, now we get down to it. Come to claim your inheritance, have you?
You have to make everything so cheap. I loved him.
Oh, don't make me laugh, sweetheart. You gave him nothing but grief. And then you left him.
I left because he told me to. What about you?
That's football. He knew that.
Hello, Linda. You are well?
Better, thank you. And you?
Yes, I am well.
Marilyn Harwood. I work for Jerry's Far East Division.
Yes, hello, I heard of you.
Why does everyone say that? I know who you are, of course. May not know much about football, but even I recognise Luis Amor Rodriguez.
My darling, you look very exhausted. Do forgive me. Listen, I'm going to get Marcus to take you home, all right? I'm going to go to the club for half an hour, have a little chat with Marilyn, and then I'll be right home, all right?
I'm fine.
For crying out loud, don't tell me you want to come as well.
I'd like to send a couple of men.
Can I have a word? Listen to me. This is a private function. It's for colleagues and friends.
I appreciate the sensitivity of the situation, but if the man who shot your wife is the same man who tampered with the aircraft, then we can't afford to take any chances. I mean, for all we know, he might be here amongst us. Now.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm getting ready for training, still think they're going to walk in.
I remember when Sean first came down here from Newcastle, pale strip of nothing, all mouth and no trousers.
You and he were close.
Yeah.
How are things at City?
All right, it's a good setup. There's a bit of money there. I think we might make the playoffs. Is that Billy?
Yeah, he's taking things pretty bad.
I'm just going to have a word with him, if you'll excuse me. I hear Johnny Ratzonella's still around.
He's at the Grange.
You haven't agreed personal terms, have you? Listen, I thought this was all done and dusted.
Not yet. I have a lot in my mind.
Listen to me. You were the one who wanted out. I've done my part of the deal. Now you better get a move on before Madrid changes his mind. Marilyn, there is nothing left for you here. Life goes on. Can you bring your glass? Let's go to my office and let's make it quick, shall we? Because I have a home and a wife to go to.
There you are. Just wanted to say goodbye.
You off then, yeah?
Yeah. We've got a long trek down the M5 and you can only drink so much alcohol-free booze.
I don't know how people can drink it all. Don't they care, no?
Oh, come on. If Leon was here now, I'd be up there knocking it back with the best of them.
I've never... This is the first time this has ever happened to me, you know.
I know. But experience don't make death any easier. Believe me. You'll find your own way of dealing with this in time.
Don't know if I can.
You will. But I've got to be making tracks, but if I was you, I'd go up there and have a drink, if only for their sakes.
Frank? I see you, yeah?
Yeah.
This is going to be your office here. I haven't had it done out yet, so I thought you'd like to make the choice.
Shouldn't we be talking jobs before we talk office furnishing?
You can have any title you want. Managing Director, Chief Executive.
What will I actually do?
Fight fires. Because that's all I seem to be doing at the moment. I need help.
Go on.
Well, the stadium went over budget.
By how much?
12 million.
And what was the budget?
30.
You went 12 million over on a budget of 30 million. How did that happen?
It was the shooting at Wembley, Linda's illness. I took my eye off the ball. Now I have to find $500,000 a month in interest payments. And, that's not all.
What, you mean there's more?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's more.
Thank you.
Hello, Luis.
I didn't expect to see you here.
Sean was still my husband.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Look, about what happened between you and me. If I could take it back.
And you cannot.
I put you through hell. I am sorry. I just didn't want to lose Sean.
Misha, I am sorry. For you, for all of us. But I have no more words. Excuse me, please.
Now's your chance, ask him.
No, I can't.
You have to.
Gaffer. Listen, sorry to interrupt, but I was wondering. Have you decided?
What?
We're meeting in Amsterdam with Johnny Ritzonella.
Your move to Madrid, is it a done deal?
I think so.
You're not sure?
Michael, now is not the time, eh?
I know, but we need to know. We need to know where we stand.
I say not now.
Yeah, fine.
Please.
Shame money for that, mate. Don't try those,
Cables you laying on, innit? These boys really play with the best.
Don't worry about me, bruv. I won't let you down.
Yeah, well, I don't suppose you're going to be any worse to play off than Sean was.
Hey, those are nice.
What'd you say?
What?
About Sean?
That's why I was saying he didn't play that well this season. So I didn't mean no disrespect.
No disrespect? You even talking about him is disrespect. I tell you, he was 10 times the player you are, or ever likely to be. You got me.
See, you're wrong. He was all right, but he weren't top class. Now, there's no shame in that, is there?
Take that back.
Back to your time at home in Spain, mate.
Well, I'm sorry, Jerry, but I don't agree with your lawyer woman. Who says Baloo Kapoor's plane wasn't an official flight?
It wasn't a plane we chartered.
The plane had a technical fault. Now, you said you spoke to Mr. Kapoor that evening. Now, perhaps he offered you the use of his plane during that conversation. And perhaps you said, yes, please. Think before you open your mouth, Jerry. There are only 2 witnesses to that phone conversation. One of them's no longer with us.
Do you know what, my darling? I do believe I did have a conversation with a Mr. Kapoor.
Good. Because if the word of the chairman of Harchester United doesn't count as an official sanction for that flight, I don't know what does.
That's my girl.
I want a word with you.
Ah, Marilyn. May I introduce you to the former Mrs. Hocknell, who I'm very surprised has the nerve to come here today.
I'm Sean's widow. We were still married. And as his widow, I'm entitled to compensation. That's what my lawyers tell me.
That's absurd.
He was on club business, travelling on club transport. That obviously wasn't up to the job.
What exactly are you after, Mrs. Hocknell?
£1 million.
Well, you won't get a penny out of me.
Do you reckon?
Yes.
In that case, we'll leave it up to the courts to decide. Could end up costing you 10 times as much. Hope your insurance is good.
Fletch, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. All right, I'm fine. Which is more like I say for that prat upstairs. All right? I'm so glad to be out of this.
You're off already then?
Yeah, back to the hotel, first flight out in the morning. That's me gone.
Oh, right.
Why don't you hop in? Get in, we'll go back to the Grange, have a couple of drinks, and you know, like old times.
No, thanks. I don't think so.
Okay, I'll go back to Spain tomorrow.
In that case...
Exactly, in you go.
Adios, Fletch. Take care of yourself.
What? Can't wait!
You couldn't have stayed over. Today of all days.
I'm interviewing 4 people tomorrow morning to manage the Northern office. You do want me to move down here, don't you?
The Northern office. My, that sounds grand.
You laughing at me?
No, I'm every inch the proud fiancé.
If I work hard enough, there's no reason why we can't have offices all over Europe by the time you retire.
Well, good, I'm glad. Glad one of us is on the up and up.
Oh, come on, Michael, you've got to think positively.
Well, what's the point? When the gaffer goes, wheels will come off this place.
You don't know for sure that Luis is going.
Oh, come on, you saw the man. He's a vacant space. In his mind, he's already in Madrid.
It'll all work out. Always does. Come on, lover, walk me to my cab. Kelly? You okay? I was hoping to say goodbye to you before I left. It's okay. I envy you. Wish I could cry.
Can't seem to stop.
Look, I think my taxi's here. It'll be okay. Can I give you a lift anywhere?
No, thanks. I'll be fine. I always am.
Are you sure my filling's not missing? Because it feels like it.
God, your breath stinks,
Oh,
mate.
shut up! I'm going to sue that little toe rag. I mean, who the hell is Cole Fletcher anyway, eh?
Ain't no one listening to me.
What?
The gaffer's leaving.
Why didn't you say so?
I've been trying to tell you.
Where to?
Madrid. His mind's in Madrid. That's what the skip said.
Oh, so how long's Mickey known about this little tidbit then?
You taking my name in vain, Scott?
Yeah, how long you known Lewis was off?
We keep this to ourselves, all right? The press get
Oh,
on.
so what the press will say. I mean, they're going to find out sooner or later anyway.
Look, I don't know whether he's signed terms. I'm not even sure it's actually happening, all right? I tried asking him, but he's totally out of it, Scott.
No, wait a minute. You telling me he ain't done a deal yet? I thought I was Mr. Unpopular. Ain't nothing to what he's gonna be. You see, if the press find out that he didn't do the deal until after the crash...
I know, he'll probably never play or manage an English football again. Maybe he doesn't care.
You know, I had him down for a lot of things, but never the rat that would lead the sinking ship.
Give me 1 year. That's all I ask. Help me to save this club, and I'll let you write your own check.
And if it goes under?
We won't go under. As long as we get the $6 million for Rodriguez from Real Madrid, we'll be okay. We'll just keep the banks off our backs until we come up with some rescue package.
Well, we better hope he signs then.
Oh, he'll sign. He's got to.
You've got to be honest with us.
Well, you done the deal or not?
Okay. I didn't agree the personal terms yet, but they wait for me now at the Grange.
So you can still tell them no?
I asked the chairman for this transfer. Before Ajax, before anything. He sent me because I asked him. How can I refuse
You
now?
can't not. Luis, you know the British press. You walk out now when you got half a team. 10 days before the next leg of the UEFA Cup. You'll never be able to set foot in this country again.
Sod what the press say. What about us, eh? Gonna sneak out on us? Make a little fast buck on a transfer? You're a disgrace, man.
Scott, you don't know what happened to me at Harchester. For a long time now, all I want to do is get away and forget. But now, since that plane crash, I am in a trap. I want to go back. How can I leave you all in this mess with only half a team? I don't care about the press. I don't care what people think of me. What I do care about is this team. Sean and Leon's team. Our team. You are right. I will talk to the chairman in the morning.
I say what?
I will tell him the deal is off.
Don't you take that tone of voice with me. You were the one who wanted the move. I helped you get that move. You can't change your mind now.
I can and I do.
How am I going to have any credibility with Real Madrid? How am I ever going to do any business with any Spanish team ever again?
I tell you, the sale is off.
On!
Off! And that is my final word. I will not go and you cannot make me go. If you want to help, you can postpone the UEFA game until I have time to build some sort of team. Now, if you excuse me, I have training.
Can he do that? Well, you said these people were like slaves. You owned them. You could sell them whenever you wanted.
Only if he agrees to the pay and conditions of the club that wants to buy him.
Yeah, but there must be something you can do.
Like what? Normally you kick them into the reserves until they come to heel. But he's the bloody manager, isn't he? I can't even do that with him!
Mr. Block.
What?
There's Mr. Markowitz from Pacific and National Bank on the line.
Right, tell him I've already left. And, tell him I'm on my way to London to see him now. Get Marcus round with the car here now, pronto. Marilyn, I'm going to be all day tap dancing round the bank, so while I'm away, I want you to do something very important for me.
What?
He's right about the Rangers match. We're in no fit shape to play them. Now, if we go out of Europe now, and if we lose that money right now, we might as well shut up shop and go home. So I want you to postpone the match. I don't care how you do it, just get it postponed.
But Jerry, I don't know the first thing about football.
Marilyn, just do it. Yes?
Right. Who rung the current bun about that business with Carl Fletcher? I come out my gaff this morning and there's some photographer in the bushes trying to take pictures of my so-called black eye. Apparently the story goes he busted 3 of my ribs. Was it you, William? Trying to earn yourself a few bob to round up your meagre wages?
What?
Earth to O'Neill, anyone there?
Do me a favour, get lost, yeah?
What is going on? You are supposed to be warming up 10 minutes ago. Come on, everyone, move!
You talk to Billy Levy. Gaffer. I'm worried about him.
Come on! Okay, lads. Gather round. Want to introduce you to Wes. Son who's signing.
You alright?
I think I know you from somewhere.
Excuse me, Louise.
Get off the pitch.
Please, you must not come onto the pitch with these shoes.
But I need to ask you something.
Miss Harwood.
Marilyn.
Okay, Marilyn. I am in the middle of training. I cannot deal with this.
Mr. Rodriguez, I'm trying to help you. Now, Mr. Block has asked me to try to postpone the Rangers match. I don't want to put my foot in it by approaching the wrong people in the wrong way. Therefore, I would appreciate your advice.
And what do you think I know about English football administration? That is why we have a secretary for this club, to deal with these matters. Go and ask him.
You in there, Gaffer?
Sandra? I understand we have a club secretary. Who is it?
Roger Frost, Miss Harwood.
Can you ask him to come to my office? Get me a coffee, hot, strong and black, thank you.
Mr. Frost said he's busy. What's it about?
Tell Mr. Frost I will tell him what it's about when he joins me.
He said he's really busy, and could you come to his office?
What's his extension number?
451.
Roger Frost, it's Marilyn Harwood. I understand you're the club secretary, is that right? Mr. Frost, Jerry Block has offered me the job of chief executive at this club. He has also asked me to try and get the UEFA match against Glasgow Rangers postponed. I was told you could help me with that. So would you please come to my office? It's part of Jerry Block's suite on the 4th floor. Oh, well, thank you. Good grief. Is he typical? Keep dancing.
No, come on, guys, stop, listen. Everybody keep your heads up, eh? Look for the guys in the channels. They will make the space and get the ball out to them. Everyone, yes? Okay, we go again. Come on.
Eddie. I hope that new geezer's got a pair of tweezers. Would take the little splinters out his bum. Huh? From the bench, see, that's where he's going to spend most of the season, isn't it? Might as well go and sit there. Best training you could do, eh? Best training you can do.
Thank you very much. Yes, I will pass your good wishes on to the boys, thank you.
And?
Rangers will agree a fortnight's postponement if we can persuade UEFA.
Excellent.
It's no skin off their nose to appear sympathetic. They know full well UEFA will say no.
That's rather a defeatist attitude.
I know the world of football, Miss Harwood.
Indeed, that's why you're here. Now, what I think we should do is prepare our case on paper and fax it to them. Could you draft me up a rough outline of what we ought to say?
Miss Harwood, I do not have time for this. I have appointments.
Lunch with the editor of the Chronicle. I've asked your assistant to reschedule it. Look, Mr. Block has asked me to make a priority of this. When my boss asks me to do something, I do it. I'm sure you take the same view.
What are you doing? Wait for the ball, what are you talking about? It is a practice match. Now calm down. You're okay, Eddie? Come on. Okay, come on. What are you doing, Bill, man? Hey, enough! You get me back to that time before! You're talking about more than start! I said enough! Now shake hands! No! Shake hands! No! He wouldn't shake hands before, would he? I will ask you one last time, Billy.
Just shake his hand, Billy.
What's he doing? No. It's better to leave him. Okay, guys?
Okay, mate.
Mine's on the job. Let's go again.
We sent that fax over 2 hours ago. Can you try that number again, Sandra?
Hello, I have a Marilyn Harwood of Harchester United Football Club from Monsieur Franco Gerard. I'm sorry? They don't speak any English.
I told you this was a waste of time.
What?
The UEFA people speak flawless English unless they don't want to talk to you.
Bonjour, ici Marilyn Harwood de Harchester United. Est-ce que je peux parler avec Monsieur Gerard? D'accord. Il est de retour à quelle heure? Ah bon. Merci, au revoir. Lunch.
Where he will be until at least 4 o'clock, so if you'll excuse me...
Then we can spend the time phoning around our contacts in this country. There must be some people you know at the FA who have friends in Geneva that could lend us some support. I'll get Sandra to get some sandwiches in. You do want this postponement, don't you? You do want the club to stay in Europe.
I know. Where's the water? Yeah, I'll tell you what you should have done. Join Blackpool.
What are you on about?
Well, you might not get many win bonuses, yeah? But you'll make a packet. Give him rides on the beach.
Don't worry about Scotty, man. He's like that with everyone.
Yeah, I don't blame him, though. That wasn't me out there today. I was terrible.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. It's your first day, playing out of position. You'll be fine tomorrow. Listen, what are you doing tonight?
Nothing, really.
Well, do you fancy grabbing a few beers? Get a bite to eat or something?
Yeah, all right. That'd be cool.
Excuse me, Wesley.
Wesley? Yeah, only my mum calls me that.
You have someone to see you.
Dave! How you doing, man? I thought you wasn't coming up to the weekend.
Oh, well, I had a day owing, and when I told Harry I wanted to bring your gear out, it was fine. It's in your motor outside.
All right, Mike, this is my man Dave. He's just driven up from London. Look, do you think you'd be over got some lunch here, you know, just this once?
Yeah, sure, we can spare you something.
Yeah?
Follow us through.
How's you driving my car up there?
Yeah, fine.
Right then, confess. Which one have you got the hots for?
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, right.
Zina, you were on the reception this morning.
Yeah.
Billy O'Neill, did you see him?
Yeah, about half an hour ago. Rushed right past me.
Did he tell you where he was going?
Hi, this is Leon. And Billy, we can't get to the phone right.
Right. We got our showers over here. We have our toilets over here. Ah, check this. Individual spa baths. Quality.
Knocked the spots off Brisbane Road, didn't it?
Oi, don't knock them. I mean, the boys at Orient, they weren't world beaters, but, you know, they were decent blokes.
Oh, touch of the prima donnas here, is it? You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, man, you know. I'm cool. Come and see the pitch. How's about this then, eh? Right, that side is the executive boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, down there, that's the new bunker. That's where the real hardcore set. Now, if they don't like it, they give you hell on throw-ins.
But in that case, you've got to come up with something really original, haven't you, for when you score, you know, like a trademark celebration. The fans love all that.
Yeah, well, let me get in the back of the net first, eh?
You Jeremy sod. You really have landed on your feet, ain't you?
It's come. Just like that, without even taking my phone calls. How can they do that?
It's a no, then.
Dear Ms. Harwood, we regret to inform you that we are unable to agree to your request for a postponement of your second round first leg game. Blah, 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 blah.
In view of the fact that the club was able to field a side against Chelsea in the English Premier League on Sunday, October the 3rd, we feel confident that Harchester United is in a position to fulfil its obligations in this competition, with our deepest sympathy for your loss.
Try Monsieur Gerard again, Sandra. I'm going to fight this. There must be some sort of appeals procedure.
Oh, I wouldn't.
You've been saying that all day.
No, I really wouldn't. Hearts tried appealing a UEFA decision last season. Not only did they lose the case, they landed a 10 grand bill for the cost of the hearing.
Oh, no.
You're lucky ain't no scratches, man.
Yeah, I'll catch.
Listen, you sure I can't give you a lift to the station?
No, cab's on its way. Anyway, you've got things to do. People to see. All those labby Sifri CDs to unpack.
Oh, come on, Dave. Look, you know I'd rather spend the night on a town with you.
It's just that I promised to Skip, didn't I? You know, his old lady's away. Besides, I think he's a bit lonely on his own. All right, then. Listen, I'll catch you up, man, yeah?
Yeah, all right.
Bro.
See you later,
Yeah, nice. Listen, I saw you had the tickets for the Villa game.
Wait.
Hey.
Where's where you been, man? I've been ringing your hotel. Listen, I'm going to have to blow you out for tonight.
Oh?
Anne's just called. She's at the airport with a couple of hours to kill, so, said I'd go over. Listen, I'm sorry, mate. I just haven't seen her in a couple of weeks. Understand, yeah?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, ain't nothing, you know.
Nice one, man. I'll see you later.
All right.
Who was it?
Bill, Seb, are we coming?
Yeah, I'll come.
Very nice, Bill. Very nice. All right, mate. Look, I ain't come round for a scrap, Bill.
I don't want one either, mate. I was going to ring you, mate. Sorry about this morning.
Forget it, it happens now. If the gaffer said anything to you today.
Yeah, he left a message on his machine. He wants to see me tomorrow morning.
Me and all, mate, me and all. But look, I reckon the condemned men deserve a drink, don't you?
Baby. You look great. You smell good too.
It's good to see you too. Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah, I'll get a glass of still water, please.
Yep. Have anything to eat?
I'm not really very hungry. Well. So, tell me about this Glasgow deal.
Well, fingers crossed. I might, just might, have an in with Jackie McNamara.
A Celtic player? How are we going to be together if you're flitting between Blackburn and Scotland? I thought you were looking for clients in the Midlands.
Well, I am.
Oh, Anne. This is ridiculous. Look, I've got my car in the car park outside. Why don't we nip back to the Grange for a bit, eh?
I'm in the water.
No, I can't risk missing this flight. They're meeting me at the airport and then they're going to take me out for supper.
Anne, give me a break. I'm a desperate man.
Miss Harwood, I didn't know we were in the same hotel.
I'm getting in some practice for the next time I walk on that precious pitch of yours.
Do you have news from UEFA?
Yeah, it's not good.
I didn't think you will succeed.
You too.
What?
Well, I've had the knowing smiles and the deep patronising sighs all day from your Mr. Frost. If I have to face this kind of crap from the men I have to deal with, then frankly, life is too short.
I mean no offense, Miss Harwood. Marilyn. If we are to be colleagues, I was thinking to get changed and have some dinner downstairs in the brasserie. Would you like to join me?
Give me 15 minutes to make myself look presentable.
You should have eaten something.
How long till your flight?
20 minutes.
So you could have come back to the Grange. We had time.
If only.
Oh, come on, give Glasgow a miss, eh? I'll ring Sparky. I'll make some excuse up, yeah? Eh?
No, I'd look a total amateur. I have to be there.
We can't live like this.
It won't be long, I promise.
Come on. Come with me.
The police announcement driver has not been there.
Mark Watson coming.
Any road outside the terminal building.
Sorry, I didn't recognize you.
Well, I don't know whether to be flattered or insulted. Do I really look that bad during working hours?
No.
Well, if you can't let yourself go after the day I've had, we'll tell the taxman this is a business dinner. We'll start with some champagne. You do drink alcohol, don't you?
One glass.
We'll have half a bottle of the Krug.
Is everything okay for you there, sir?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Okay, would you like to see the dessert menu?
No, I'll just have a coffee, please.
So, what exactly you will be doing at Harchester United? There is many rumours.
Yeah, I can imagine. Jerry and I have yet to talk personal terms. That's the football expression, isn't it? But if I do stay, I'll be troubleshooting. I mean, that's what I do. Making sure his business runs smoothly and as successfully as possible.
Then you will have much to do here.
Well, if I'm to do it effectively, I'm going to need some information. Perhaps you could start by telling me why Jerry seems to dislike you so much.
Nice gaff you got here, mate. Very nice.
Yeah, it's alright.
Must be costing you a fortune, though. Now you've got to find an extra rent on there, what with Leon being.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sort of looking for something myself. Can I take a look at his room?
Bill, chill. Come on. Have a beer. So, are these his things? Stay out of there! Come on. TV.
So coffee is always from Colombia and Costa Rica. Do they grow it in Argentina?
Yes.
What's it like?
Strong. Dark. Rich. The perfect way to end an evening.
Well, perhaps I'll try it sometime.
Perhaps. Wes, where did you come from?
I was just getting a bite to eat, you know. Well, the club's got me a room here, so, you know, just till I get myself a gaff.
That is what I said when I arrived. A year later, I'm still at the Grange. You will have some coffee with us?
No. You know, I'm going to have an early night, you know. Besides, I already had 3 cups. I think if I have any more, I'll be climbing the bedroom walls. Look, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, good night. Even with all the money, it can be a hard life, eh? Always a stranger in a new place.
I understand Wes isn't eligible to play in the Rangers match. Must be a blow.
Of course. And with Sean gone, I really need another goal scorer.
I'm wondering if I could guilt-trip UEFA into bending the rules and letting him play. After they refused that postponement, they owe us something.
Do you think it is possible?
It's worth a try.
If you can manage that, then I really will owe you. Are you coming to Glasgow for the game?
Are you asking?
Another beer, Billy boy.
I always thought these boots were smart. What size was he?
Are you joking or what? Put them back.
He's not going to be chucked out. I might as well have them.
Dead man's boots, mate. I wouldn't touch them.
You what?
Nothing.
What did you say?
Oh, he don't mean nothing by it, Billy. Easy, man.
Do you know what your problem is? You've got no respect. Picking over Leon's things like birds on a rubbish dump. I mean, is that all you think this is? A load of rubbish? Hey, well, let me tell you something. That's Leon's whole life in them boxes. Or what's left of it anyway. Give me them.
Get out!
Easy, Bill.
Get out!
Where we're going anyway.
Just get out! No.
Matt Perry gets Salma Hayek up the stick over on Sky Premier next, which just goes to prove fools rush in. Here on Sky One, though, it seems the mega babies have finally found parents insane enough to adopt them.